You're just sitting there by the pool sunbathing. It was
pool
good.
was tremendous.
Yeah, man. That's how we met. That was a great fucking week.
Doesn't Coke make you want to like walk around and like be like do stuff? How are you getting that high on a bus for 12 hours when you're stuck in a seat?
Man, I would sit there by myself.
Just get lost in your thoughts, right?
Get lost
Oh
in
my
your
God.
thoughts. I would
Probably bring a notebook.
I would take a notebook.
Yep.
I would bring water. I would sneak a beer on.
Yeah.
I would have like a carry-on bag. There was no dogs then. When you got into Mexico, the first time I went down the bus got pulled over on the way back.
No shit.
4th of July weekend. The bus got pulled over.
That's scary.
Dogs came on. I had to snort all the coke.
Oh,
The dog knew I snorted it. He kept barking weird at me.
it gets
The
in that
cops
motherfucker's
knew,
body.
they knew it was in me.
But they can't do shit if you already
couldn't do
snorted
anything
it.
to
Hey,
me.
it's too late.
But that was it. The guys never came on.
Yeah.
But that bus was... Today, to think about that bus, it was torture. But it's what we do. We're grinders.
God, dude, the shit we've had to... I remember one time I was doing a triple run. I hit black ice. My tire exploded. And I had to make the show. Too bad. I had fucking put on the donut and did 80 the other 150 miles on. I can't believe the donut made it. And it's fucking on
First off, let me clear this up. I've driven a donut for 2 years.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's the bullshit. You can only do 25 miles on it.
Bullshit.
You can get out of a donut when you get out of a donut. I've gotten, and I can, dog, you laugh. I had a donut on my Nissan for 3-4 months, taking 4-hour triple runs, Wenatchee. When I lived in Seattle, I think I had 2 of those service bikes. I think I had 2 of those at one time. You think I'm fucking kidding?
Donut in the front, donut in the back to even it out.
Oh, my God. When I was on the road, those cars were fucking, and once I figured out it was just all bullshit.
Yeah.
Like it's only a 25-mile donut.
Just do that so you can go buy a tire the next morning.
What
That's
are you
it.
talking to? That donut will go to fucking death to his part. When that thing goes, then we'll get another one. That's what I used to do. I used to drive with the real tire in the back.
Put the donut on.
Because I knew the donut would go one day. They always go when you're in the right-hand lane.
Yeah,
Thank God.
yeah.
Because if you're in the left, you're a
dude.
if you're in the left-hand lane and that right tire pops, you're fucking done, dog. Dog, I used to have a car. When I first got here, I had a car that had no brakes, no registration, no insurance.
Shit.
And whenever I would step on the brake, you would hear the metal, like,
Yeah, man.
sparks would come out of the engine and shit.
I can see why you didn't drive it to El Paso.
That one, no, that one was local. That one was from local gigs only.
I drove from Texas to Washington for the triple run. Drove from Texas. God, I remember one time I drove to host. I'd lost money, obviously, but I just wanted to try to get in with every club I could. That Club Bananas in Poughkeepsie. Remember that? In the hotel? Drove from Dallas, Texas to go fucking MC there.
Okay, so let's
weekend.
Let's do something real quick. Let's chronologize
Yeah, man.
this story. All right, so I met you in El Paso.
Yes.
And then did I work with you in Addison at all?
Yeah. It was right after Longest Yard.
We worked in Addison.
Yeah, you because you were questioning, hey, you want to come in? Because I was living there. And so I went and hosted for you in Addison a couple times. Yeah. Yeah.
And then you moved to New York at one point.
Yep. About 2006, 2004, 5, 6, around there.
And how long did you stay in New York?
About a year. And then it got to the...
You got mugged in New York.
I didn't want to leave. I loved it. I didn't give a fuck. I got mugged. I did a show. I did a spot the very next night. My fucking face was purple. It was out to here. Just blood everywhere. Jesus. I was like, fuck it. I went and did the night it happened. May he rest in peace, my brother, Mike DiStefano, he called me because I didn't hear from him. He hit me up when we get home from the gig, and he calls me. And luckily, I had 2 cell phones. I had a New York cell phone and my regular cell phone. And my New York cell phone I had with me, it got destroyed. And he called me. He goes, "What the fuck? Where you been?" I go, "Well, Mikey, I got jumped." He goes, "What? No, what fucking street corner?" I'm like, "No, it's okay, man." He goes, "No, Jerry." He goes, "You're doing me a favor." He goes, "My brother just really wants to beat the fuck out of a couple of Puerto Ricans tonight. So here, tell me where it happened. We'll bring some bats. We'll let you get a couple of shots." I'm like, nah, I'm good. But yeah, I went to the spot the very next night. And then so I was in New York for about a year. And it just... I loved New York. I loved it. I fucking loved it, man. And I was getting love at some of the clubs. I was kind of, but there was just this weird, because before I left, I was already passed at the Improv out here, right? And so part of me just thought, I felt like, man, I remember you got me that spot at the store, and I was starting to get a couple of those like friends and family spots, and I was like, man, I just kind of missed LA, and I'm like, I think I should be in LA just for me personally. And so
were you in LA first before New York?
I was in LA. I was staying with my buddy for a couple of months on his sofa. You remember that? And then I went back to Texas, and then I went to New York. And then after New York, I went back to Texas, saved up a shitload of money, and then came back here for good. And that was it.
And how long have you been here for?
Almost like 10 years now. A little over 10 years. Yeah, straight. Yeah. From
10 Planet Kush, it drains the lactic motherfucking acid. People won't cop to it. The health specialists say, no, that doesn't happen, Joey. Yes, it fucking does. I got friends in Harvard, bitch. I'm like Garth Brooks. I got friends in high places, motherfuckers.